Level 1. The Chinpira. Street punk. Bottom rung. Nobody. You're 17. You grew up in Osaka's Nichinari ward, the one they don't show in travel videos. Your father is gone. Your mother works 3 jobs. You spend your nights outside a pachinko parlor doing nothing, going nowhere. Then one evening, an older man in a pressed suit stops in front of you. He doesn't ask if you want money. He asks if you have pride. You say yes. You don't know what you're agreeing to. Your first job is simple. Stand outside a bar on Dotonbori Street. If a customer causes trouble, you handle it. Not with a weapon, not yet. Just your body, your presence, your face. You get paid 30,000 yen a week in cash. That's more than your mother makes in 2 weeks of honest work. You start dressing differently. You walk differently. The neighborhood notices, but you're nothing yet. You're a Chinpira, a street punk, an errand boy, a pawn. The senior members don't even learn your name. They call you Kid. One night, a drunk salaryman shoves you outside the bar. You hesitate for 1 second. Your senior watches from across the street. You don't hesitate again. Level 2. The Wakashu. Junior member. You've been accepted. You're 19. After 18 months of loyalty, small jobs, and proving you can keep your mouth shut, you're invited to a ceremony. A traditional Japanese room. Tatami floors, sake cups. The Oyabun, the boss, sits across from you. You exchange cups of sake with him. Sakazuki, the sacred bond. Now you're family, not metaphorically. In the Yakuza, this bond is stronger than blood. You're now a wakashu, a junior member under a direct senior, your aniki, your big brother. He teaches you everything. How to bow correctly to a superior, how to speak, how to move, how to present yourself. The Yakuza is obsessed with kata, proper form. Everything has a ritual. Everything has a hierarchy. You don't just follow rules, you embody them. Your jobs now involve collecting small debts. A restaurant owner borrowed money from the organization. He's 3 months late. You visit him. You don't threaten, you simply remind him of his obligation. The pressure in your voice does the rest. He pays. You're making 50,000 yen a week. You get your first tattoo, not for fashion, as a declaration, a commitment. The needle takes 40 hours over 6 months. Every session, you don't flinch. Pain is part of the initiation no one talks about. Level 3. The Shate, younger brother. Real work begins. You're 22. You've proven yourself reliable. Now you're a shate, a true younger brother in the organization. You're assigned a territory, a cluster of businesses in Namba, hostess bars, small restaurants, a massage parlor. They all pay ganbu, protection money. You collect every month. Most pay without issue. The Yakuza's reputation does most of the work. But one bar owner, a stubborn old man from Kyushu, refuses. I don't pay gangsters, he tells you, loud enough for his staff to hear. You leave without a word. That night, you send 2 men to sit inside his bar. They order nothing. They say nothing. They just sit. For 4 hours, every customer who walks in sees them and leaves. You do this for 3 nights. On the 4th night, the old man calls your senior. He pays. Double. You understand now. The Yakuza rarely uses violence unnecessarily. Fear is cheaper. Fear is cleaner. Fear is the product. But you've also seen violence. A rival gang from a Korean crime group tried to move product through your district. Your aniki handled it. You were there. You held a man down. You didn't look away. You couldn't. You're making 100,000 yen a week. You have a small apartment, a nice watch. Your mother doesn't ask where the money comes from. She just prays at the family altar.
Level 4. The Shatei Gashira. Junior Lieutenant. You lead men now. You're 26. 5 junior members report directly to you. You're responsible for their conduct, their earnings, and their discipline. If one of your men embarrasses the organization, you answer for it. One of your boys gets drunk at a hostess club and assaults a bartender. By morning, you've handled it personally. You visit the bar owner. You bow deeply. You pay compensation in cash from your own pocket. Then you take your man to a private room and you explain, quietly, calmly, that this cannot happen again. He understands. Your operations have expanded. Beyond protection money, you now manage a network of front businesses, a construction subcontracting firm, a staffing agency, a loan shark operation with 50 million yen in outstanding debts. The loan shark business is particularly lucrative. You lend to desperate people, gamblers, businessmen on the edge of bankruptcy. Interest rates of 30%, 50%, sometimes more. Legal money lending is capped at 20% in Japan. Yours is not legal, but your clients can't go to the police. And you collect. Always. You're earning 300,000 yen a month. You wear a suit that costs more than most salaries. But the pressure is constant. Your bosses want more. Your men need managing. And the National Police Agency's Organized Crime Division has started a new task force. They have a file on you. It's thin, for now. Level 5, the Wakagashira Hosa, assistant to the young head, middle management in a criminal empire. You're 30. You're now a senior operator. You assist the Wakagashira, the second in command of your entire clan. Your territory isn't one neighborhood anymore. It's half a city. You manage 5 Shatei Gashiras, 25 junior members beneath them. Monthly revenue flowing through your network, 500 million yen. You spend most of your time not collecting money or threatening people. You spend it on logistics. You negotiate with construction companies, legitimate ones, to subcontract through your firm. Japan's construction industry has deep Yakuza ties going back to the post-war era. Your organization helped rebuild cities when the government couldn't. That history bought influence that still pays dividends. You also manage Sokaya operations, corporate extortion disguised as shareholder activism. You acquire small stakes in publicly listed companies. Then you threaten to disrupt shareholder meetings with embarrassing disclosures. Most corporations pay you to stay quiet. It's completely deniable, almost elegant. But things are changing. Japan passed new anti-Yakuza laws in the 1990s. Banks are cutting off accounts connected to organized crime. Businesses are refusing to work with you under government pressure. You have a meeting with your Wakagashira. He tells you to adapt, go deeper, go quieter, go legitimate on the surface. You start building a real estate holding company. On paper, it's clean. Underneath, it launders 2 billion yen a year. You're making 1 million yen a month. You have a house in Ashiya, the Beverly Hills of Japan. Your wife hosts dinner parties for local politicians. She thinks you're a property developer. Maybe you are. Level 6, the Wakagashira, second in command, the boss's right hand. You're 36. You are the Wakagashira. The entire clan answers to the Oyabun. The entire clan operates through you. You are the executive, the enforcer, the architect. The Oyabun sets vision. You execute it. Your days. Morning, intelligence briefing from your security team. Which rival factions are moving? Which police officers are watching? Which politicians need reinforcing? Afternoon, business meetings. Not in back rooms, in offices, with lawyers present. Your empire is increasingly hidden inside legitimate commerce. Evening, internal disputes. A Shatei Gashira in Kobe is skimming money. Not much, but enough to matter. You call him in. You don't threaten him. You simply show him the discrepancy in the numbers. Then you look at him. He confesses. He offers his yubitsume, the ritual severing of his pinky finger, a traditional Yakuza atonement. You accept it. It is done. No further punishment. The ritual matters more than revenge. You're also managing a crisis. A member of your organization was arrested for drug trafficking. Your clan publicly disavows him. Press release, official statement. The Yakuza maintains an office, has business cards, issues press releases. This is Japan. You have $10 billion in assets under your direct control. You can't touch most of it without triggering tax investigations. You hire the best lawyers in Osaka. The paranoia never stops. An undercover NPA officer has infiltrated 2 levels below you. You found out through a source inside the police. You handled the situation without violence. The officer is transferred. His cover is burned. You never meet him. You never touch him.
Level 7. The Oyabun. The father. The boss. The top. You're 45. You are the Oyabun. The father. 500 men across 3 prefectures. Front businesses in construction, entertainment, finance, and hospitality. Annual revenue? 40 billion yen. You sit at the center of a web that touches everything. Politics, business, crime, culture. Your office is on the 12th floor of a legitimate building in Kita, Osaka. Your nameplate says Chairman Gansai Property Group. You are not feared the way movie bosses are feared. You are respected. Men bow to you on the street. They bring gifts on New Year's. They protect their children from mentioning your name. The old codes matter to you. Yakuza traditionally protected civilians. After the 1995 Kobe earthquake, your organization delivered food and supplies to disaster victims before the government did. That is the mythology you maintain. That is the reputation that keeps civilian cooperation. But the modern world is harder. The anti-organized crime laws of 1992, strengthened every decade since, have choked traditional revenue. Banks close accounts. Buildings refuse to rent to you. Even your lawyers face disbarment for taking your cases. You're adapting. Crypto, offshore accounts, shell corporations in Singapore and the Cayman Islands. The Yakuza is globalizing. You never raise your voice, you never carry a weapon, you drink green tea at meetings. But every person in that room understands, your word is absolute. Your patience is not unlimited. 3 years ago, a rival Yakuza family, an affiliate of Akudokai, made a move on your Fukuoka territory. You didn't retaliate with violence, you retaliated through politics. Their politician lost his seat. Their construction contracts evaporated. Their bank accounts were mysteriously flagged. 18 months later, they came to you requesting a peace meeting. You accepted. You served them tea. This is power that movies can't show. Level 8. The designated criminal. The system fights back. You're 51. Japan's organized crime exclusion ordinances now apply to almost every sector of the economy. Your designated status as a Yakuza leader means you cannot open a bank account. You cannot rent an apartment. You cannot get a cell phone contract. You cannot get car insurance. Your family members are pressured, harassed. Your son lost his job at a trading company when they discovered his surname. Your daughter was rejected from an apartment. This is the modern Japanese government strategy. Not just arrest the Yakuza, make it impossible to live as one. Membership in major Yakuza groups has dropped from 80,000 in the 1980s to under 24,000 today. The social exclusion works. You are still powerful, but the walls are closer every year. You consult with your advisors. Some say adapt, go fully underground, pure criminal, no ceremony. Others say legitimize, cash out, build a real company. You know the truth, neither group will say. There is no exit. You know too much. You are too much. If you try to leave, your own men become your enemies. If you stay, the NPA and the prosecutors tighten the noose. You sleep less than you used to. Level 9. Arrest and the courts. The fall. It was a financial crimes investigation. Not drugs, not violence, tax evasion, money laundering. 3 billion yen hidden across a chain of shell companies. Your accountant cooperated with prosecutors. He was 58 and didn't want to die in prison. You understand. You would have done the same. Your arrest made national news. NHK ran it as the lead story. Your photo, the one from your property group website, appeared on every front page. The trial takes 3 years. Japanese prosecutors have a conviction rate of 99.9%. Your lawyers are the best in the country. It doesn't matter. You receive 12 years. You are taken to Osaka detention house. The guards are respectful, but firm. Here, your status means nothing. In your cell, you think about the first day, that older man in the press suit outside the pachinko parlor. He seemed like a god. He died in prison too. Level 10. The succession. The cycle never ends. You are in prison. Your organization is not. Within 72 hours of your sentencing, your wakashita was formally elevated. The ceremony was held in a private room in Namba. Sake was exchanged. The bond was renewed. The organization endures. It always has. The Yakuza traces its origins to the 1600s. Machiyako, wandering gamblers and peddlers who policed communities the samurai ignored. 400 years of adaptation, occupation, reconstruction, economic miracle, anti-crime laws, digital age. They survive everything. And somewhere tonight in Osaka, a 17-year-old is standing outside a pachinko parlor, doing nothing, going nowhere, until a man in a press suit stops and asks if he has pride. The Yakuza is not what the movies sell you. It is not just tattoos and sword fights and honor codes. It is a business, a 400-year-old, multi-billion yen, politically connected, globally adapting business, built on loyalty, sustained by fear, hidden inside legitimacy. And it is still